Now here's a snapshot of some of the other stories this past week right here in the San Gabriel Valley. Arcadia police say they're cracking down on parking violators near schools. Police are using cameras they installed back in 2006 to record anyone breaking traffic laws, then mailing the tickets to the vehicle's registered owner. Police say it's for the safety of students. Some tips police give about parking near schools include don't double park, drop off or pick up passengers while stopped in traffic, and don't stop in red or no parking zones. October will be a busy month for the Tournament of Roses. Some dates you might want to keep in mind. This coming Thursday, October 7th, the finals for the Rose Queen and Court take place. Then the 11th, they'll announce the Rose Court, the Royal Court, that is. On the 19th, they'll announce the Queen, and the coronation ceremony takes place the 28th. The pool will be narrowed down from the nearly 1,000 young women from the Pasadena area to 32 this Thursday. The Rose Queen and Court will preside over the upcoming Rose Parade and Rose Bowl game on New Year's Day. This year's parade is officially called the Rose Parade presented by Honda, and the theme is Building Dreams and Friendships and Memories. CCN's meteorologist Curtis Peak is a little under the weather, so to speak, and we hope he feels better soon. So we're bringing on our on-camera guest a little bit earlier. Jacque Bolton is the Executive Director of Mentoring and Partnership for Youth Development, or MPYD. Thanks for going on camera with us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your program. What do you provide?
MPYD is a mentoring job placement program over at John Muir High School. We also do academic counseling, making sure that when kids come in to the school in 9th grade, we track them from 9th to 12th, make sure they graduate, go to a JC technical school or a university.
Okay, great. And so, yeah, you've mentioned, so they start all the way from high school. What kinds of kids go through your program?
We take only males,
okay,
all males that want to join, and some males that have been in trouble and that are, don't deserve to go any further than the trouble they've got in the school, they join. Or if you just have parents sometimes refer the kids to us, and we take them and we work with them from 9th to 12th grade. It started back in 2002 when Eddie Newman was having problems with her male students on the campus. They were having fights and just all kind of problems they were having. So she reached out to a group of men and asked them to come on campus and volunteer to walk the campus and help her with her male students. Most of them were football players. So Tecumseh Shackelford, Johnny Driver, Belton Paget, Gene Campbell, Kenny James came on, and Dale Yarborough, and volunteered their times every day just walking that campus. And it started to work. It was very effective. And then from that, we hired a full-time staff, and we've been on the campus ever since 2002.
Oh, well, that's just great. And what about you? Who are some of your mentors? You named some of them who
Dale Yarborough was one of them. When I was younger, my father. All these guys really helped me and showed me, how to be a man. And it was okay to get your education. You could still be cool, still have an education, but education was ultimately important.
Absolutely, and that's the problem for a lot of the young males probably, is that they might not have the male father figures at home.
Yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is some have them at home, but it takes more than that. I know you've heard the saying, it's cliche now, that it takes a village to raise a child.
Absolutely.
Well, we try to provide that village at John Muir High School. And the principal, Cheryl Orange, and the vice principals, Dr. Parks and Mississippi, all of them have been great in allowing us to have the kids' grades, to know the kids' grades, access to the kids. We actually operate during the school campus during the day, on campus during the day.
Okay, so they're mentoring at school.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, our offices are right there at Muir during the school day, so we have access to the kids while they're at school.
And is it a structured program, or how does the mentoring work?
The mentoring is we have a group of guys who mentor each one of the kids. We do group mentoring, not one-on-one.
Okay.
So there could be one guy could have 2 or 3 kids. Excuse me. The program itself is we get the kids as freshmen. We check their grades at that point, and we check them every 5 weeks to make sure these kids are keeping their grades and moving on to the next class. In the summertime, we provide them with jobs, and then we have what's called a Building a Real Man Leadership Camp in Ramona, California. And each year we have a different theme. This year's theme was forgetting and letting go of all your hurts from the past and all the problems and all the reasons why you may not make it, forgetting that and just pushing towards the future. And it's in Ramona, California for 4 days.
So what do you hope for these kids coming in? Who are the kids? How do they start out? And what do you hope for once they finish your program?
My hope for these kids is that they recognize, or they identify and recognize their own potential, so they could take that potential and use it to become productive citizens. Because as you know, I believe that every kid, every person is built are born with a God-given talent. And a lot of times these guys go their whole lives and not able to use that talent that they have, so we help them identify that talent and then show them how to use it to become productive.
Okay, and what are can you give me a quick a success story of?
Oh yeah, easy. We have one guy that's working down at Architecture for Education as an architect. He started out as an intern and now he's working there being paid. We place kids all over in different corporations and they get there, they go in as interns and they work. We have kids, excuse me, that one just went to Cal Berkeley, believe it or not. Others going to, we have kids now in Cal Berkeley, Cal State LA, University of Kansas. Once they find out that they can do it, they go and do it.
That's great. And what are some of the companies that you're working with? Or do you pick the companies after you find out what the kids' passions are?
It's a little bit of both. It's kind of hard to match a kid with their passion all the time because the companies just don't have those funds available. We get a lot of our funding from the Archdiocese. Our board chairman, Tecumseh Shographer, will go out to different corporations and ask them will they take these kids. And what you'll find is, as kids are working in one area, they learn that they're good or they're talented in another. And that awakens their talent and they'll finally get to that place where they're talented and they'll be successful.
Okay. And how can people get involved as mentors?
Well, you can give us a call at John Muir High School at 626-396-5600, extension 82009. As we meet people, we ask them to come speak. You can call the school, actually, and they'll refer you to us.
Okay.
Every day at lunch, we have at least 30 kids that come over to our bungalows to sit and listen to speakers. And these kids are not forced to come. We don't bribe them to come. Every day at lunch, 30 kids come.
Oh, that's great.
We feed them lunch and they listen to speakers.
That is great.
And you can just see that they're hungry for someone that's going to, to take their hand and show them how to be successful.
That's great. And what can you tell? I mean, can women volunteer for this? Is there a way that you can use?
Women can most definitely volunteer to speak.
Okay.
We don't work with girls or young ladies, but women can come in and definitely come in and speak and be motivational speakers.
Okay, but have any of the girls been jealous and wish they had a program too?
No.
Okay.
No, there's a program over there for the women and it works really well.
Okay. Well, we're going to come back with you right after this break. More with Jacque Bolton of MPYD when we come back. You're watching CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood. We'll be right back.